It's springtime in Haldeman, Norfolk, and my good friend Justin from Elevation Homes joins us today to talk about the spring market, what's going on, what you've got on the market, and what you're seeing happening. Can you give the folks some details of what's happening in your industry?
Hey, Dave. Yeah, no, it's interesting the way that the last 2 or 3 weeks have progressed. I mean, I actually did see a little bit of a spike there in early February. There was people looking for houses, and then it went absolutely dead flat. I mean, especially on our end, on our investment sales and stuff like that. We went almost to like zero showings from. Honestly, the better part of we were having a few open houses that were having 10 and 15 families through in the early part of February. So having said that, we've just got over this little flat, and in the last week and a half, that's perked back up again. So I know the Bank of Canada has announced this bit of a freeze. I believe it could be permanent. Hopefully it's not semi-permanent. Hopefully it's a real thing that's going to last. But I do see a little bit of an increase. I know we got a lot of snow still here in Southern Ontario. We got it late, but I think people are starting to see the light, and there's a big window here, folks, that not only for stuff that we're involved in, but I mean, if you're buying or selling, period. Where there's going to be a crossover point in the early spring, maybe even the late spring, where the prices are still going to be at what we're considering lower at the moment, but the market activity is going to rise, right? So it's almost going to create a little bit of this, a little bit of frenzy, and I think there's going to be we're going to get into multiple offer situations again come the warm weather, because people are going to be ready to buy and want to move, and because weather will allow. And there are going to be 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks of this winter low price point that you can still take advantage of. But I think you're going to have to move fast if you still want a real good deal, like a winter deal.
I was going to say, I mean, it seems like right now seems to be the optimum time, because like you said, the home price might be still a little bit lower. And if they are freezing everything like they're saying, well, you can get something maybe a little longer term on your mortgage and be comfortable, you know what I mean? Not overspend. January, February, that's traditionally a flat period, though, is it not? Like in the house, obviously, with the weather.
For the most part, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a flat for everything. But
that's a good point.
It's tough to. We're still working, but it's tough to build. It's tough to do that. It's tough to get motivated when it's a gray sky 30 days in a row. But we have had some great spots of weather, to be honest. I mean, it's hard to complain. Like we're getting these snowstorms, but it's hard to complain when we're sitting at like 3 degrees, and it is relatively decent, right? But
you can feel it coming. You can feel spring coming. That's the part, right? You get the edge. Yeah.
But no, I mean, it is traditionally low. I mean, there's no doubt about it, just based on people's moods. But it's funny because I have out of the last 3 or 4 investments that over the years that we've sold, they all sold in February. Well, I shouldn't say they all. 3 of 4 of them sold in February, which was
that's interesting.
Again, and I must admit, 2 of the buyers actually met in person, and they were honestly, they were savvy. Like they knew that February, don't wait till March 1st, right? And they got a bit more out of me than I wanted to give in some cases. However, I mean, if I wanted to sell it in the dead of winter, then I mean that's the compromise that I have to make too. As well as my lenders and my providers and stuff like that. I mean, if you want to sell in the wintertime, I mean, that's what you got to do. And then somebody gets a great deal out of it, and literally you're waiting 30 to 50 days, and you're in the bulk of the spring, and then all of a sudden everything's $40,000 higher.
There you go, folks. Say 40 grand right there.
It's just, I hate to say it, but it's a
the truth.
scary thing. this whole home, like especially if it's first time, right? This home ownership situation, not to mention the potential of the renovation to this new home situation, to make it your own and so on. That that's where we come in. But I mean, it can be a scary thing, and I mean, a lot of people are. I mean, the mortgage is the scariest thing in their lives.
It is.
When you do it enough, it becomes, when you've owned first, second, thirds, or fourths, or even if you've gone through the second or third mortgage process, it starts to become a lot less scary. It's really the it's the movement of money around to make your life flow. But
it's and two quick questions. One being, you're not in your van today. Where the hell are you?
Well, I'm finally in the it's taken me 9 months to build this damn office. Because I literally have been doing it half an hour.
He can build houses quicker, folks.
Oh yeah, no. Hey, that's because I'm working on your projects, right? But
that's right. Yeah, carpenters always leave their own stuff to last, don't they? You guys, yeah. Well, look at his beautiful office, folks. Isn't that wonderful? He's in it.
Yeah.
And what places? What do you have on the market right now? I mean, we have never really talked about what you're selling. What do you got going on? How many places you got?
We touched on it, but I mean, the nice thing with the 3 or 4 that we've got that we're doing for sale right now is they are all really near completion, if not, because we've been trucking along on these things for 3-4 months now, and so they're all in a great state to view. So I'll just run down them real quick. 417 Oak Hill Drive is done. It is like,
where's that?
That's in Brantford. Sorry.
Okay.
It's actually Brant County, but it's still kind of Brantford.
Okay.
And that one, real quick, is over an acre lot in town. It's a 1,900 square foot sort of Florida modern home on the main floor. We've got a roughed in nanny suite in the basement, and I mean roughed in, so I mean it's finished and boarded, but it's not a complete suite. Can be, depending on what the end deal is. It's got a separate entrance, all that kind of stuff, and you have, like, this place has got football fields worth of in-town land, close to the highway, the whole bang, and it's and that one is it's got a little bit heavier price tag, but in my opinion, still well over 100,000 below market, if you ask me.
Wow.
For what you're getting, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a very sort of mid to high end modern home. And that one's a renovation. It's not a new construction. It looks like a new construction. The second one is 46 Angling Road, and that's in Waterford. And that one has been a longer project, just because it's been a slightly less priority. We acquired the land, and there was more logistics in sort of developing it because of the previous situation on the actual land development and whatever. So that one is a brand new house, and again, because of the previous uses of the land, which was residential, but the whole format of the land was kind of like wonky. So repositioned the house, made it a 2-story, changed everything, changed the wells, changed the septics, changed all the utilities. Wow. I mean, all the utilities, all the underground's been redone, all the grading's been redone, and we're at the drywall stage. So it's basically at finish period. So we've got tile going to start today, actually, in the bathrooms, and we're just starting the powder room. There is an opportunity to still pick finishes in this one, folks, but it's narrowing, right?
It's narrowing. And that one's got a nice piece of property too, doesn't it? I know you've shown me pictures of that one.
Yeah, that one's beautiful. That's Muskoka and Norfolk, as far as I'm concerned. So that's like an acre. It's actually 1.1 acres, half wooded, half cleared. Big hoop around driveway. It's got its own private creek in it. Separate shop. Wow. We're gonna rent. It's an old shop, but we're gonna renovate it. So it'll be like damn near brand new. If anybody's interested in that one, I mean, I'm interested in that one. Every time I go there, I get more and more interested. I can't get my wife out of this house. But yeah, if anybody wants to see that one, honestly, just send me a message or an email or give me a call. I mean, I can walk you through it quick, because that is the biggest boat somebody's going to miss.
There it is.
Right.
Waterford area too is beautiful.
And then finally we have this little beauty bungalow. I don't even know how we got it because it's in such a great spot in the 77 Ranchdale in Hamilton, and it's right behind this little cul-de-sac pocket behind Lime Ridge Mall, just off Upper Wentworth there. Man, is it a nice spot? I mean, too small for me. It's a 1,300, almost a 1,400 square foot bungalow, 3-bed on the main floor, 1 bath, brand new kitchen, brand new everything, and then this one has a full nanny suite in the basement, rentable, right?
Rentable. There you go.
Has a pool, has a 4-car driveway, carport. We just did a brand new, we're currently doing it right now, brand new little bump out foyer addition on the front. That'll add another 75 square feet to the entry. That thing, and that one is, that's more like in the $800,000 to $900,000 range, and that's worth every penny because you can't get houses in this neighborhood.
No, right? You got to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're all over the board, which is nice to see. Can they now? How's the easiest way to get hold of you? I know you guys are on Instagram. You got your website? Can you give out that information if they want to check out these houses?
So you can get a hold of me any number of ways. Instagram is elevation_home_design. It should pop up almost immediately.
Yeah.
elevationhomedesign@yahoo.ca is my email. And you can go to our new website, which I'm still working on taking the old one down, but the new website's elevationhomedesigns with an S.ca.
Okay.
And that one's just super recent. I don't know, it's been up for maybe a month. And then all the contact info is on that one as well. So by all means, you can get a hold of me, and then if we connect, then I can always get you my personal cell and stuff like that. And, if things need to go further. But I can also put you in touch with the agents. We have 3 different great agents working on all 3 properties. But yeah, I have no issue, because, again, I'm the builder. I have no issue walking people through the goods and the bads of every one of these. And, we're open book with these things. If it's a reno, we'll tell you everything we did and everything we didn't do, So, yeah. And chances are, with me, I get a little carried away. I end up doing everything. Everybody gets mad at me. Because
you guys,
it's not always my money, right?
Right.
So,
on Instagram, you guys do post a lot of pictures of the work you're doing, and I appreciate that. So folks, check that out because it gives you a better idea of what Justin's talking about as far as what the work is his company does. Gonna let you go.
Yep.
I've been holding you up here, so I'll let you get back to work. But thanks for the information and talking about the homes that you work on. You're always giving out great advice, but once in a while we got to check in and see what you're doing, right? We got to help you along as well. So take care.
I appreciate it. We'd love to get again, it's Elevation Homes. It's not Elevation Capital. It's not Elevation Money Bank. We're doing these because we love to do homes. It's a good way. It's a good way to make make some income outside of our customer base stuff. And we want to see some people in these things. The spaces are wasted right now. Just with open. There's got to be some people living in these damn things.
And it's like Justin said earlier, it's that time of year, folks. Get out there, take advantage of these deals while you can. Thanks for doing this, bud.